I recognize some old faces, and there are some new faces here too, yeah.
Who are you calling old?
Yo.
What's your name?
My name is Chuck Squire, and I've been with Jumpstart for 40 years. My friend Sandy Dunn has been with Jumpstart for 40 years.
And Ken Corbin has been here for 40 years as well. Jumpstart. And so now I would like to take everyone's photo. So can we have some house lights just for a moment?
Now that you've turned them down.
Now that you've turned them down. Oh,
Here they come.
Okay, here they come, and I'm going to take one side. Thank you. And then the other side. A little closer.
Is Isaac Papa Bear Alvarez Cardenas. He is the spiritual leader of the top Imam Wawiltecan Nation. Please enjoy what he has to offer us this evening.
Good evening. Creator, I ask you to bless this place we call Wanaka Wapipaco, Yanawana. We ask to remember those that were here before us. The Tapirango Witeke, the Lipanapachi, the Namina, Comanche, the Tonkawa, the Karengawa, all of the people, Humanos, the Taquipaguane, we're still here to give the blessing to all the artists, to all the actors. We ask the blessing. Take us into this new year, Creator. I have the gift. We have arrived. We're still here. All of us. All the nations. The white nation, the black nation, the red nation, and the yellow nation. We ask the blessing for all of us.
Developing a piece to be presented at Jumpstart in May, and he's working with this fantastic group of people. They're developing it together, and the cast is a mix of creative types. Some are former Jumpstart company members, board members, and just people in the community who are cool. And among them, they have about 350 years of Jumpstart experience. So, here comes Strangers at a Feast.
Have you heard? Have you heard? You are never really dressed without a smile. So, why can't I have everything I want?
Company support, and last of all, great audiences. To Jumpstart!
The Guadalupe Dance Company, they're in residence, they're the professional company at the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center, and back in 1990 something or other, I did some costumes for one of their productions, and they are such fabulous people. There are people who have been there since the beginning, and I love them very much. And let me see, I forgot what the name of this is. Mascaras.
He strives to keep the humanities in graduate medical education. A fan of Jumpstart since 1987, he encourages everyone to be a fan.
Shout for the theater that burst from the womb of a weathered city. Cry in the blackened alleys. Put a candle on a damp stage. Where it's about going to find our dreams curled like cigarette smoke as 40 years rolled by like forgotten trains. Wail for the artists, trembling, muddy, brilliant-eyed children of the chaos, walking through the wilderness of the self, seeking the naked light of truth. The artists who cracked the mirror of their own creation. In a makeshift, uncertain cavern where costumes still float like ghosts, an imaginary fish dance in the ether, where the walls whisper their secrets in peeling paint, they found their audience, not in numbers, but in souls. Here, the young playwrights with ink-stained fingers and throats full of stars spoke in tongues that no one had yet learned. The dancers flung their bodies like prayers to gods only they recognized. Poets stood naked in the spotlight, their words dripping blood on the stage boards, each syllable a lifeline from their heart to the veins of the world. This is the vital blood of the city, pulsing through us, keeping us from the melancholy of our day. This is the roar of humanity unchained, the unspoken cries of every soul longing to be heard and to be seen. Surprise the audience, the quiet figures in the folding chairs, their breath caught between their teeth, their eyes wide with the light of revelation. They laughed, they wept, they carried the echoes of that stage home with them like seeds from a high yellow rose in their pockets. Howl for the community, the neighbors who stepped from the streets, drawn by the sound of raw truth, their hands clasped, their voice raised. This is their stage, their space, their mirror, the place where their stories still rise like smoke from a fire that burns down the walls between them. Cry for the directors. They became teachers who stood coaxing gods out of trembling actors. They became the hands that guided young minds through labyrinths created by a high watermark. The voices that said, go deeper, this is where the truth lives. Hoot and holler for the volunteers. Their hands will build the sets, their voices will cry out in the streets, their feet will march out their rhythm, born of a drumbeat heard in this simple space. For the community that will rise, not only to witness, but to create, to speak, to demand, and to dream. 40 years of this madness. 40 years of love letters, of pushing the boundaries of what art could be, of breaking and rebuilding the fragile bridge between the artist and our world. Shout out into the void, this is the bloodline of a society, the visions and voices of the unheard, the window into the room we are otherwise too afraid to enter. Without these faces, we are the lost. Without these voices, we are the blind. Without this theater, we are the silenced, trapped in the hum of our own forgotten stories. Roar on for the next 40 years, for the young ones yet to come, for the misfits who will find their tribe here, for the brave ones who will bleed on the stage and in giving find joy. Call for the people who will jump in, participants of the unfolding story, for the hands that will paint the future, for the voices that will speak the truth, for the feet that will march together towards something brighter. Raise the curtain one more time. Let the lights shine. Let the music rise. Let the words fall like a warm rain on this cracked and thirsty earth. That sangre vital that keeps the world alive.
The morning breeze feels almost normal. In the background, fighter jets. She doesn't mention them. One palm tree survived. When she cries, she apologizes. Her favorite student was incinerated 1 month ago. On his way to have coffee with her, he was just walking over. He'd been down to the beach to take deep breaths. So handsome, he could have been a film star. He posted his mint and tomato plants on Instagram. You can see them. Recently, he told her he wanted to write stories anyone could understand for people who'd never been to Gaza or trapped. He knew she would smile. This had been her job, encouraging students. He knew she'd be proud. This was something he could really do. Voice message from Gaza, too. You are so nice to think of me. Thank you for worrying about us. We send you care. We are still here. Mishmish is scared of loud sounds. She hides under a pillow. My sister planted white shells around their tent. Beauty helps. You would not want to see this. Every place is crushed. Schools, hospitals, libraries, piles of stones. Everything we needed for our lives. I can't get donations. The bank is frozen. At my job, we make care packages of hygiene, socks. I'm so lucky to have a job. It's incredible to be treated worse than animals. Small sacks of bread pitched to a large crowd, everyone starving, scrambling to catch some. The soldiers laugh as they throw it. We love our animals. That is a difference.
Here is Violetta with Finally Happened.
It has happened to me.
¿Qué pasó, San Antonio? How are we feeling tonight? Hey! I want to give a round of applause to the organizers of this event. No small feat. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Also, to all the performers who have already done such a beautiful job and who will continue to do so. Again, we practice. It's the thing we do. Round of applause for them, too. And applause for you for figuring out transportation and parking at the Pearl on a Saturday. Congratulations, you made it. These guys have been doing Jumpstart for 40 years. Yeah. 40 years. What have you done consistently for 40 years? I'll tell you what I've done consistently for 40 years. Me he rascado la panza. And I've eaten corn chips at my house. That's my contribution to society. a much less worthy feat than what they have done. So if the math checks out, the first performance party was in 1985. Woo! Do y'all remember 1985? Okay, some of you don't, maybe. Maybe it was, what I remember of 1985 is Back to the Future, the movie. Woo! Great Scott, the flex capacitor. The Go-Go's broke out for the first time in 1985. And in Mexico, where I was growing up, Juan Gabriel's Querida was everywhere. Yes, Querida! I love it. 85. I can't even count that high. What Jumpstart does is they give opportunities to people who may have a lot of experience performing, but also they've taken chances on people who have had no experience at all, which is not just anywhere does that. So again, can we give them another round of applause? But this time so that they feel all that love for all that hard work. Yes. They took a chance on me once, and I was cast in Screaming Into the Void, and I was cast as La Comadre from Las Comadres de Morales Street. And I was so excited. It was my first time I was going to be an actress. I was finally going to get my Oscar doing local theater here. And then the way the universe works is I got sick, I got ill, I had to pull out. It was so heartbreaking. And I heard the universe tell me, no, mijita, no, not you. Go to the back of the line. And it was so hard. It was really, really hard. And I thought, you know what? Well, maybe theater is not for me. Maybe performing is not for me. But I didn't listen to the entire message that came from the universe. The universe did say, no, not you, mijita. But the universe also said, no, not you, mijita, not right now. Because there's such a thing as divine timing, and that was not the time for me, and I didn't know it. You know why? Because the time is now. Ow! Tonight is I've done poetry, I've done open mics, but that's beautiful and all that, but this is my first time doing theater, and I'm so excited because I didn't think I would ever get here. I thought I would just stay with theatrical blue balls for the rest of my life. But instead, I'm under blue light. So, I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting. And when it comes to dreams, sometimes we don't get it right the first time, or the 5th time, or the 19th time. It does not mean that it's not for you. It just might not be the right timing for you. So, yes! So keep dreaming big, keep sharing your love, keep sharing your voice, your abundance, your light. We need it right now more than ever. And I'm hoping to see some of you on stage next year. Anybody want to come over here next year? Yes. Put it into the universe, manifest. And what I'm going to do now, because I want to go out in a blaze of glory, what I'm going to sue? Oh no, I'm not going to sue anybody. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say performance, and you say party. Performance? Party. Performance? Party. Performance? Party. Ow, thank you so much. My name is Violeta Garza. Love y'all so much. Thank you so much.
Tren Nikitoa, Tren Nikla, Huiloa. Ancestros, no los he olvidado. ¿Qué digo? ¿Qué escribo? ¿Cómo hago para que mis padres lo recuerden? ¿Cómo inspiro a mis hijos a izar la bandera? ¿Qué digo? ¿Qué escribo? Ancestors, I have not forgotten you. What do I say? What do I write? How do I make my parents remember you? How do I inspire my children to raise the flag? What do I say? What do I write? O Mateo. Indigenous land. Everywhere you stand on this continent, indigenous land. Before this place was called San Antonio, before it was called San Antonio de Bejar, El Indio, the native, our ancestors called it Yanaguana, spirit waters. Before Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Colorado, Nevada, Wyoming, Utah, Oregon, and parts of Washington State were known as the American Southwest. El Indio, the native, our ancestors called it Aztlán. So to my Chicano people, to the beautiful souls outside of our culture, I welcome you to join us. Through the baptism of my words, today you are born again. Chicanos, welcome. So to all my people, when you close your eyes, focus on the beating of your heart. Your rhythm is the same as Aztlán's drums. The drums are calling you home, begging you to remember a history never taught to you, pleading with you to claim an ancestry of which you are not aware. As you listen to the emotional call of the drums, you begin to understand who you are, whom you come from, and why you are here. Aztlán is your home. You live there unknowingly. They tricked you into thinking you're an immigrant, but only the children of this land can hear the drums. Aztlán's erasure was their name. The conquered now realize, sorry, so when you close your eyes, focus on the beating of your heart. Your rhythm is the same as Aztlán's drums. Thank you.
Street in a converted auto garage. And then back at Blue Star, Urban 15 has provided an explosion of rhythm and motion that celebrates the magic of artistic friendships and collaboration. And we've known them for a long, long, long time. And we're 40, but those people are 50 years old. Urban 15 is 50 years old.
Wow.
Tonight, they're going to present Dancing with the Angels, which is a tribute to Gertrude, Sterling, and Mark. But we Jumpstarters are more than ready for this opportunity to dance with our dear friends at Urban 15.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We did our first performance party with Urban 15 and Jumpstart at the old studio when it was on South Alamo. It was an old garage studio owned. And we've done them all. All the studios. Oh man, it's so good, it's so good. You gotta remember for us, in the beginning I always thought of the company as kind of like cultural defibrillator. And that whole idea of when your battery's down, you hit that jump start and kick it up, let's go. So culturally, you've done your job, jump start, that's We've gone past our time limit. If you don't want to hear one more. We're going to dedicate this song to. Oh gosh. Yeah, Gertrude, Mark, and Bernie. Please we silently do go and not fade away.
Un aplauso fuerte para DaVinci. Buena gente, we're very proud that you danced. Having a good time? Boss, you know what? It's a time out for everybody. A time out, medio tiempo.
Welcome to the Bocha Nostra album. power in this amazing 40th anniversary party of Jumpstart. This event marks 4 fantastic decades of artistic innovation and community engagement. Yes, in the late 80s, I started coming to San Antonio, one of the capitals of Chicano America. And I discovered this spectacular company. They were, along with the Guadalupe and the Esperanza centers, they were San Antonio's amazing power holy trinity. And of course there was Salute, the after-hours bohemian ministry. They all graciously invited me to be part of their theatrical extended family, and through them, I fell in love with this city and its interdisciplinary arts community, with you all. Yeah, but it was a different kind of Chicanismo. Very generous, open-minded, full of humor and tender locura. And the soundtrack was Tex-Mex. There was a dialogue occurring here that did not exist in other Chicanic cities like Los Angeles, Albuquerque, or San Francisco. 40 years later, Jumpstart is alive and kicking. So yes, I am honored, muy emocionado to be part of this celebration, to reconnect with the artistas I have met throughout the years and discover all the new ones. So tonight, my MC partner in crime is Marisela Barrera. Chicana, chula, chueca, chiflada, la monstrua de Texas. No le gusta chismear, pero es bien chispa. So take off your chanclas y ponte tus botas, Marisela. You are la border goth teatrista. And tonight, she is performing, ni más ni menos, con el ponqueto Fred Hines. A ver qué hacen. Un aplauso.
Wow. Gente de mis dreams, agárrense manos, ándale, no tienen mucho tiempo, la porra cerca, popando mata tiempo, porque lechuza hasta tiempo. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, lechuza viene otra vez. Ya los mira en la esquina de tu vista, detrás puertas la antagonista, espiritualista, exista. Van a ir en un ride cerca tu alma, chale con pride. Poco loco, no, el teatro idolatro no es barato. Into de mis dreams, I gotta sing manos, I gotta sing manos, I gotta sing manos. Wow. You're staring. Eye contact is how I measure danger, and right now I'm feeling a little misunderstood, a little vulnerable. The salt doesn't work, the garlic does. No te asustas. I invited you here. I'm a shapeshifter. I can walk among you all como una comadre o como una exnovia. Yeah. This is my final night in human form. And I'd like to share it with you in Pocha Nostra and jumpstart entering 40, the age of discovery. I'll give you a little bit of my origins, porque son chismosos. Lechuzas come from small running dinosaurs. But I won't start that far back. Legend says I was born with lips como la flor, under a half moon casting shadows over chachalacas. Little birds that came to welcome my birth, little chachalacas all over me. And then me, a big ass bird, with chiches grandototas. Big bird entered this world ready to fly. Watch Texas go by. When you fly, you see ridiculous. I take flight into the night, in like the wind gliding in the skies. mestiza, manifiesta, no conquista, sola bruja. Déjame llegar antes que llegaste. Tierra mexicana, volando cielos, buscando fronteras, puertas abiertas. Dusk turns to dark. I take flight, watching you in the night vision. Listen tight, fright, we're quiet, silent black, sheep shifting down the ride. Mestiza, linda, feel lechuza, doña, protects you from this loss of vengeance. Precious, delivers to Chihuahua. Exists off the corner of side. You see me high, daytime woman, take off breath. Le chingaste, mira, I am lechuza, lechuza doña, protects you from necios of vengeance. High, precious, delivers to Chihuahua.
It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that if you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher I've been learning, and forgive me if I boast, but I've now become an expert on the subject I like most. Getting to know you. Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. Getting to like you. Getting to hope you like me. Getting to know you. Putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I'm with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed until I'm right and breathing because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I'm with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed suddenly I'm right and breathing because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I'm with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I'm with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you beautiful and new. Things I'm learning about you day by
Good evening, San Antonio. Jumpstart is 40 and I am 50. I have prepared a poetic, polished proclamation for the evening. However, what I really want to offer you is the truth in my heart and the chisme of my life. So, polished chisme. That's fine, because that's what you were gonna get anyway. So, I'm asking the ancestors in the universe to continue to conspire in our collective highest and greatest good and favor across all time, place, space, dimension, intention, geography, and generation. A man, a woman, ashe, and all shit, because God is not a single parent. My story from my heart to tell you tonight is hopefully medicine for someone else out there who is going through the change. Someone else out there who is caregiving for a loved one. Or someone else out there who is your family scapegoat. If you're also the black sheep in your family, let me hear you say, bye. Say bye. If you're also currently or have been a caregiver for a loved one, let me hear you say, help me! Help me! Yes. Now that I am 50, I have learned the importance and the power of self-care. After 20 years in New York City, I don't live on a 4th floor walk-up anymore, so I have to be more mindful of my self-care. And miraculously, this dress that is 25 years old that my mother got on clearance at Dillard's, even after all those tacos, brisket, and bluebell, it still fits. I am getting a panza, but I know I'm so skinny by San Antonio standards. Here's another one of my secrets. The M's. I have mostly, not completely, but mostly traded in marijuana for melatonin, magnesium, my massage gun, and those weird 9-hour megahertz videos on YouTube. I slept 14 hours on the sound of pickle juice 2 nights ago. It worked. Now, being in this situation, I'm essentially a death doula. And to be honest, I've been a death doula for most of my life. And nobody really talked about it. See, my puberty was my father, who had 2 quadruple open heart bypass surgeries, prostate cancer, radiation from prostate cancer, gout, lupus, diabetes, several angioplasties, an experimental arteriectomy, and fun for the whole family, untreated PTSD.
being a combat medic in Korean Vietnam literally broke his heart. Now here I am in perimenopause, and my mother has a Pac-Man eating her brain. And I know I'm not the only one. So being a death doula and being 50, that makes me right now kind of everybody's Thea right now. And as everybody's Thea, here's some advice. One, you don't really live until you accept that you're gonna die. Because dementia is like human entropy in very slow motion. And you realize that the choices that you make now, that you made yesterday, that you made 10, 20 years ago, are definitely going to affect the quality and the quantity of your life. Here's another way to put it in layperson's terms. Young people, keep up and do as much flossing and fucking as you can while you're still young. Your tits and your balls are gonna sag. Also, what a lot of people don't realize is the plaque that is on your teeth is connected to the plaque that forms in your arteries and in your brain. So you better get on TikTok before they shut it down and get you on them $10 flossers, water flossers made in China, because nobody's gonna wanna fuck you if you don't have any teeth. Back to my mom. It's like Groundhog Day at my mother's house. You know the Westminster chime that you hear that lets you know every 30 minutes or so when it's past? This is the Westminster chime at my mom's house. Oh, we're moving on to the east side, to the deal of the sky. We're moving on to the east side. We're finally got a piece of my mom can't remember shit except how to find Pluto on the Roku, I swear to God. She's not just stubborn. She's Alabama stubborn. Oh yeah, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I swear the rage of all the ancestors come out through my mother when she has her dementia tantrums. Okay? This is a conversation, if you want to call it, that I have about every other day with my mother. I'm grown. I'm not a child. I know that, Mama. I'm 84 years old. Yes, you are. You're almost 85. And I know who I am. Yes, yes, you do. And I'm still in my right mind. I'm telling you, if I don't have to do shit but be black and die was a person, it's my mama. But I get it, because if you don't deal with the chronic stress, it will literally catch up to get you and eat your brain. That's part of the intergenerational trauma. That's why black and brown people are at the very beginning of a huge epidemic of dementia. And nobody is really prepared. And being a caregiver for someone with dementia or any chronic illness, it's like a social riptide that just sucks you underwater out of view, and nobody can find you, and you can't breathe, and you're struggling to breathe because all you can do is focus on caregiving to the point that you become too selfless, and caregivers are at risk of getting as sick as or not sicker than the person they're caring for. That's why I bought this little FBI ring on my finger. The Aura ring. It's like, girl, no. You ain't ready to get out of bed. Girl, you ate too late. Your heart rate wasn't right. Oh, at exactly 5:43 says something that pissed you off. You want to take some deep breaths? It's worth the money. So yeah, Groundhog Day, but also unpredictable. That's what I mean when I say I have to keep my mom snacked up in prayer. Food is the love language. Most of the time. Sunday, I go to Costco. I get the Jimmy Dean breakfast sausages. Mommy, you love these. Monday, she eats the breakfast sausage. Baby, that was good. Tuesday, she eats the breakfast sausage. Baby, that was good. Wednesday, oh, what the hell is this? It ain't got no kind of taste. Don't you give me that shit anymore. But then sometimes, Mama, I went to In-N-Out Burger. I saved half the burger for you. Oh, yeah? Mama, I went and hung out with some of my friends, and they let me take the rest of the piece home. Really? I'm gonna get dressed right now and come in the kitchen. Oh, that's the only way that I really know to make my mother smile. Except there was one other time that she smiled real big, but I'm gonna get to that in a second. Because I am showing up for my mother the way she showed up for me. Jumpstart Theater is a testimony for me. My professional theater debut was in Le Griffon by Sterling Houston. I got to curate not once but twice young tongues under 30. I can't do that anymore. And I remember the very first time I learned about Jumpstart in the newspaper, there was an ad for a show called Womandingo. First I went to my father, Daddy, this is interesting, can I go? That looks like the radical gay agenda, no. Mama, this looks interesting. Yeah, it does, come on baby, let's go. And she took me everywhere, and so therefore, I surprised my mother. She always said she wanted to see a female impersonator, because you know, that's what they called them back in the day. So I surprised her one time, and we went, and my mother never smiled so big.